Imagine stepping outside at midnight and seeing the world with the same clarity as you do under the bright afternoon sun. The trees wouldn't be dark silhouettes but rich with texture, their leaves rustling in the breeze clearly visible. The faintest movement, a mouse darting through the grass, and all gliding silently overhead, would be as easy to spot as a car driving down the street in daylight. What if humans had night vision? How would it reshape our lives, our cities, even our very understanding of the world? For most of history, darkness has been a barrier, something humans have fought against with fire, lanterns, and electricity. Ancient civilizations told stories of monsters lurking in the shadows because the unknown was terrifying. But what if the night held no secrets? What if, instead of fearing the dark, we could navigate it as effortlessly as we do the day? The implications would be staggering, touching every aspect of our existence. Biologically, night vision in animals comes in different forms. Some creatures, like cats and deer, have a reflective layer behind their retinas called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through their eyes, amplifying even the faintest glow. Others, like certain snakes, can see infrared detecting heat signatures rather than relying on visible light. If humans evolved night vision, which version would we have? Would our eyes glow eerily in headlights like a cat's, or would we see the world in thermal gradients, spotting warm-blooded creatures in pitch blackness? Cities would transform first. Street lights, neon signs, and floodlights would become unnecessary, replaced by subtler ambient lighting for mood rather than function. Skylines would no longer be dotted with artificial stars. Instead, the natural night would return, revealing the Milky Way in places where it's been invisible for centuries. Energy consumption would plummet, no more massive power grids straining to keep the darkness at bay. But would we miss the glow of city nights? There's something magical about walking through a lit-up downtown, the hum of electricity in the air. Without that, would nighttime lose some of its romance? Crime and safety would shift dramatically. Burglars couldn't rely on shadows to hide their movements. Police chases at night would be as straightforward as daytime pursuits. Car accidents caused by poor visibility would drop, though new dangers might emerge, like drivers being distracted by too much visual input in the dark. On the flip side, privacy would become a luxury. Sneaking out at night, secret meetings, even stargazing in solitude would be far harder if everyone could see you clearly from a distance. Human behavior would adapt in unexpected ways. Would we still have bedtime if darkness no longer limited our activities? Would the traditional 9-to-5 workday stretch into overnight shifts with no real difference between day and night? Maybe nightclubs and late-night diners would lose their novelty if the night was just another time to be awake. Or perhaps we develop entirely new nighttime cultures, games, sports, or art forms designed specifically for enhanced night vision. Nature would feel the impact, too. Nocturnal animals rely on darkness for hunting and hiding. If humans could see them easily, their survival strategies would collapse. Predators like owls and foxes would struggle to ambush prey, while deer and rabbits would have nowhere to hide. Ecosystems might shift dramatically as animals evolve new ways to avoid being seen or go extinct if they can't adapt fast enough. On the other hand, humans might develop a deeper appreciation for the natural world at night, witnessing behaviors and interactions that were once invisible to us. Of course, there would be downsides. Bright lights might become painful, the way a camera flash leaves spots in your vision. Sleeping could be difficult. Would we need blackout goggles to block out moonlight? And what about our minds? Human brains aren't wired to process constant visual input in darkness. Would we start seeing things that aren't there, our imaginations filling in the gaps? Would we become paranoid, unable to escape the feeling of being watched even in empty spaces? Perhaps the biggest change would be psychological. Darkness has always been tied to mystery, fear, and the unknown. If we could see through it, would we lose something fundamental about being human? The thrill of ghost stories around a campfire, the quiet wonder of staring into a starry sky, even the simple comfort of a lit window in the distance. These things might fade if the night was just an extension of the day. So the next time you find yourself outside after sunset, take a moment to imagine what it would be like if the darkness wasn't dark at all. Would you love the freedom of seeing everything, or would you miss the way shadows hide just enough to keep the world mysterious? Night vision would change us in ways we can't fully predict, blurring the line between day and night, and maybe, in the process, reshaping what it means to be human.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.